Hey guys, Shawn Ziem, the Connection Machine, aka the Insurance Doctor. We're back. We're doing Connection Conversation Show. We're going to provide value consistently. If you're watching this live, please don't forget hit hashtag live on the replay, hashtag replay, and also drop a comment where you're watching us from. I have a good friend of mine. I'm doing some things differently with the way I'm setting this up to provide massive value for you. So sit with us for 15 minutes. I know you're going to gain some value, a new connection, and you're going to, I hope, implement some of the ideas that we talk about. Let me bring on a good friend of mine. What's up, Anthony? How are you, man?
Hi, Sean. Good afternoon, my friend. How are you? Thank
I'm
you so
doing
much.
doing fantastic. I'm glad you could take some time out of your busy day to drop some value today. And before we even get into it, can you give us an intro of who you are and what you do?
I'll be happy to. My full name is Anthony Michael Sessa, originally from Belleville. I am a financial professional with New York Life. Also considered by many to be the voice of Belleville, having been the public address announcer for Belleville High School varsity football for the past 26 years. I'm also the host of a YouTube talk show, Sessa's Corner, and the host and founder of Sessa's Corner, I may say. And, gentlemen, that, I love being out there trying to help make a positive difference in the lives of others. And that, of course, can take on many different shapes and sizes. And I'm also a professional Santa Claus around the holidays, and they call me Sessa Claus. And so I wear many hats, Sean. I wear many, many hats.
And we just met, and we're going to get really into some interesting stuff because you mentioned a couple things. Before we get into it, pause for a second. I love that you said you like helping others. It's all about helping others, not just sitting there and pitching product and service. Have you had that mindset for a while?
I've had that mindset pretty much for the bulk of my life. Pretty much everything that I've done over the years, going back to, from, high school on, I've always had a passion for wanting to help people in one way or another. It all started for me when I was a junior in high school. Again, I'm from Belleville. I went to Belleville High School, class of '92. Just celebrated our 30th year, our 30th reunion this past November. And when I was a junior, 16 years old, I had an opportunity to get involved with coaching recreation youth baseball in Belleville. And I, diehard avid baseball fan, didn't necessarily have the athletic ability. I played when I was a kid, but but had the knowledge. So an opportunity came along to become an assistant coach on one of the rec teams, and which I'm very grateful for. A gentleman who's a very dear friend of mine to this day, and also a mentor. I've had many great mentors, and this gentleman is one of them. His name is John Zoppi, and he was coaching my brother, and he had an opening for an assistant coach to help him out, and he asked me, and I got involved, and from there I started coaching Belleville Recreation Baseball, umpiring in the program on other levels on the nights that I wasn't coaching, and each and every year I got more and more involved with the Belleville baseball program. And eventually I became an assistant league supervisor. I became president of an organization that existed back in the mid to late 90s called the Belleville Baseball Commission. So I kind of was, in addition to coaching, I was also helping to kind of run the league or I should say the leagues and the, fundraisers and, just, and then that kind of led me to getting involved in other things in Belleville, service organizations, civic associations, getting involved with some of the some local political campaigns aimed at trying to improve the quality of life in Belleville. So it kind of all started though with the coaching, and the more I got involved in it, the more other things that I encountered where I wanted to just continue to get more and more involved because I love my hometown. I'm still very active in my hometown to this day, even though I don't reside there. And and I just started getting involved in so many different ways, but everything had a common theme, which was just trying to help people, trying to help my community, help my township, and and so forth. And that's kind of been the underlying trademark, if you will, of kind of everything I've done in life. As I got into the workforce and everything, every position that I took on, um, you know, for the most part, all had, a way of helping people, some more direct than others. But that ultimately has always been my passion. It is my passion. It always will be my passion to be in a position where I can help others in one way, shape, or form. And, that's really what my, life has been all about, is trying to help others. And, that's ultimately, where I've been coming from since day one.
I appreciate hearing that because a lot of people, it's all sell, 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 and it's you got to sit back. You have to listen. I like how you said you had mentors and you talked about athletics. Athletics, I found all the traits of motivation, discipline, teamwork. These are all things, consistency, all things that are going to be popping in to real world business settings. I like the word entrepreneurship. Well, how is that word? What does that mean to you? As far as a lot of people go to a 9 to 5 job. Some people want to go into a different profession, but entrepreneurship isn't mentioned too much, and that's why I want to educate more those out there that are watching. What is it in your mind?
Yeah, Sean. So I mean, I've kind of been, someone who historically and traditionally has had those 9 to 5 jobs, and um, although they weren't always 9 to 5. I mean, I'm such a diligent, conscientious person where I would always obviously put more time in, if that's what the job needed to get stuff done to accomplish what I was trying to accomplish. And I always felt though that I was missing something along the way. I always felt I was missing the freedom, the flexibility to control my own destiny. And so I was always keeping my eye out for other opportunities where not necessarily. I mean, kind of entrepreneurial to a degree, where I can gain some of that freedom and flexibility to make my own schedule, and obviously build build something of my own. And so when I think of the whole concept of entrepreneur, if you will, I think of someone who has a passion, who wants to build something of their own, be in a position where they can control their own destiny. They can do great things for a lot of people, but in their kind of like in their own way, without, let's say, um, a management entity, if you will, kind of breathing down their neck and what have you. So so I can't say that I've ever been a full fledged entrepreneur, but I've had entrepreneurial um, aspects to what I've longed for. And that's all of that led me to um, kind of stepping out of the comfort zone, if you will, uh,
Yeah.
getting breaking the complacency of a regular job, if you will. And even though it had that guaranteed salaried situation every 2 weeks or whatever, but I was never satisfied, creatively, professionally, completely. I wanted something where I could roll the dice, I could, you know, build something of my own, and you know, and the opportunity came along, with New York Life, and I've, I've taken it and working very hard at it, and still very, still in the early stages of my career with New York Life, and looking forward to seeing where all of the exciting places I feel it's going to take me, and I'm now in a situation where I control my own destiny.
Oh,
It's exciting and scary at the same time, if I may say, and but again, it all goes back to what I said before about stepping out of your comfort zone and making that investment in yourself, rolling the dice, and and basically, as the old expression goes, no risk, no reward. So, and you know that's kind of how it all came about for me.
well said. I want to end our conversation on this. I usually set these presentations, conversations, podcasts, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I always set it up, and I tried something different today. And when we spoke on the phone, I was like, "Aunt, can we go live? Can we put this together? Can we record something?" And you were a little hesitant, but then we were able to figure out what we can do. Nothing was scripted, guys. Those that are watching, nothing was scripted. But tell us how you felt when I brought that up to you, and then how you feel after we just got it done.
Well, again, when we spoke last week, obviously we had a great initial phone conversation, and you referred me to a couple of other great folks to connect with, who I've been connecting with throughout the past week, and I'm very excited about that. And when we set up our a follow up conversation today, I just automatically initially thought we were going to be talking on the phone again, and then you reached out to me, and you said I'm sending you a StreamYard link, and here we are. So I was a little surprised, a little caught off guard at first, and but at the same token, these kind of things are right up my alley. At the same token, so it wasn't that complicated. It wasn't difficult to adapt and jump right in. And I'm glad to have the opportunity to do so, and I appreciate you thinking of me, and and I'm very happy to be a part of this. And I find you very inspiring with everything that you do, and I think that there's a lot of opportunity for collaboration with us, and as we continue to get to know each other better and move forward with our overall connection.
Man, I appreciate it. It's something I wanted to try. You killed it. You did phenomenal. It was something that it's proof, guys. Those that are watching, it's proof. When I offer, hey, when you want to come on the podcast, you want to come on the Connection Conversation Show, you want to come on the Webtalk Legends podcast, a lot of people turn me down. But the ones that turn they say, let's do it. They are excited. They're enthusiastic. They have the passion. It helps you. Video helps your business. It's another medium that's not just static, a picture or a post. This is getting to know somebody off the cuff, having a quick conversation. Even if we were live in person, you're just getting to hear it. And this is phenomenal that we're able to pull this off. I appreciate you taking me up on it and getting out of your comfort zone, because a lot of people won't. They'll say, no, I have to reschedule, or let's just call, or just do a regular video call. And I'm going to do this more often. So if those that are watching, we have a call, we might be on a future Connection Conversation Show, because I think this is where lots of value, off the cuff, transparent, or authentic. We're not going to bullshit you. This is going to be real, and it's going to be short, because we know the attention span of people watching the videos. They can't watch long, 45 an hour. Get in, get out, and go back to your day. I want to make sure everyone that's watching, in the description, check out Anthony's contact information, reach out to him, connect, have a call, see what he has to offer for you. And if you guys need anything, you all know my contact information. I flashed it. It was in the little video, and I'm here to help, motivate, and inspire. Anthony, thanks so much for being with us today.
Shawn, thank you so much for your time, for the opportunity. It's been an absolute honor and a pleasure.